Vladimir Lenin, leader of the Bolsheviks who led the Red Army to victory during the Russian Civil War of 1917, was born on April 22, 1870. However, this would have never happened if his early life was different than it was. When Lenin was young, he faced three major events that contributed to make him the man that he was during 1917. First, his father died in January 1886 from a brain hemorrhage. Then, in 1887, when Lenin was 17 years old, his older brother was hung due to an attempt to assassinate the Tsar, Alexander III. After that, his sister was arrested and then was never seen again. All of these events caused major changes in Lenin. Lenin was a smart man whose political theory, known as Leninism, was a communist society that was greatly influenced by Marxism. Lenin created the first communist government in Russia. After his overthrow of the provisional government and the decline of the Tsar, Lenin believed that the poor class of Russia was being abused and wanted to create a society where all classes are equal and not taken advantage of. He saw that many of the poor were unable to organize themselves, so he thought that there needed to be a group of knowledgeable individuals that made decisions on their behalf. Lenin read many books while exiled from Russia, and created many of his ideas from Marxism, which also has communist ideals. Vladimir's rise to power began when he moved to St. Petersburg in 1893. While he was in St. Petersburg, he practiced law and started developing underground groups based off the ideas of Karl Marx. Through these underground groups, Lenin found his future wife, Nadezhda Krupskaya. Years later, Lenin visited Switzerland, where he met his Social Democrats. Among many of men there, only one argued with Lenin. Lenin quickly rose to a higher position of power in the Social Democrat Party. But due to the arguments, the party split into the Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks. The Bolshevik Party favored Lenin's ideals. This gave Lenin more support in Russia. For the later years to come, it wasn't very long till Lenin returned to Russia with a new idea for the country's future. He brought along with him illegal pamphlets which caused him to be exiled to Siberia. After being exiled for many years, Lenin decided to return back to Russia with a new and better plan given to him by the Germans. And it didn't take long for Lenin to rise to power in Russia, because with all the support of the Bolsheviks, he was able to start an almost bloodless revolution in Russia. Vladimir Lenin took control of Russia on October 1917. Vladimir Lenin successfully toppled the autocracy and Tsar's rule and transformed Russia into a modern power. He masterminded the Bolshevik Revolution and took a leadership role in civil war on one side of the Red Army. He led the Red Army and was able to defeat all opposing forces and take control of the government. Once he had power, he made political reforms that would also allow Russia to rebound from their economic slump. The Bolsheviks took over the factories, and Lenin divided the farmland up between the peasants. He ended the war on the Eastern Front through the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, allowed some businesses to be privately owned. Russia was changed to a communist nation and renamed Union of Soviet Socialist Republic, aka USSR. During his time in power, he took a leadership role in rebuilding Russia and helped change Russia into a whole new nation. From the years of 1917 to 1922, when Lenin was sick, he recalled that he only had slept twice. In the years of 1922 to 1924, Lenin suffered from 3 major strokes. Last stroke, which took place on January 24, 1924, resulted in Lenin's death.